I'm really loving what I'm seeing from the Cavs during this win streak. Sexton's obviously out for the year. I'm not talking about this team competing for a championship or, not even likely to win one round, but a success story for this team would simply to be getting to the playoffs. And to right now, nearing Christmas, to be in the 4 seed, I think it's been a heck of a story. And a lot of it's been behind Darius Garland, Jared Allen, and Evan Mobley, who are all really impressive guys. Allen is a fringe all-star probably at this point in the season, and him and Garland have really seemed to take that next step.
To me, Jared Allen this year is not a fringe all-star. He is just an all-star. He's been phenomenal. Rim protection. He's giving you scoring. Some off the dribble juice we haven't quite seen from him over the course of his careers. I totally think they're a playoff team. I actually do think they could win the series. I think we're all in agreement that they're not contending for a title, but I think that team is good enough to win a series.
We didn't expect this, so that's what makes it so interesting and intriguing. As far as this team has been a complete, I don't want to say shit show, but shit show ever since LeBron left. I think what the Cavs are doing is telling individuals and telling players around the league that, hey, you can come to Cleveland. I know it's cold. I know we don't have LeBron. We don't have that championship caliber team, but this is a place where you can grow and develop and maybe mature into a better player.
They totally revamped their front court with Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen, who are all, if not elite, they look like they're going to be elite defenders.
I won't bury the lead here. I really think the league should pause the season. I realize that there's a lot of money tied up in making sure the Christmas Day games happen with TV money and ad revenue, but the league really should pause the season. The Chicago Bulls, where COVID is running so rampant through the team that even the team broadcasters have it. At some point, we gotta. It's the concern should be public safety, especially as we are still in a pandemic, and even from a business perspective, the quality of games and the product that you're putting out on the court matters.
Tunde, you had said the Bulls, they had like 10 guys. The Nets had double-digit guys. Cavs, Rockets, teams like that. We're dealing with between 5 and 7. It's like a lot of teams are going out there not only without their stars but without their depth in general. Woj said, or he retweeted, that now that COVID protocol list is up to 83 players, more than 10 per day for the last 8 days. So
83 players.
Yeah, so I mean, we're seeing right now 10 guys a day. By the time this is out tomorrow or whenever this podcast comes out over the next few days, it could very well be over 90 guys.
They're gonna pause the season. I'm telling you.
I don't think they're gonna pause it. I mean, it's too much money, man. The NBA is about money. It's too much money that they will lose if they continue to pause or they postpone the season again. I mean, they're still making up from the first time.
I don't think they're gonna have a choice. But
I mean, it might come. You might be right. You might come to that point. But I think if they had it their way, no matter if they had 100 players in COVID protocol, which it is tending to go to that point, I don't think they would cancel the season. Let's break down Steph Curry breaking the record right now, guys. What was you guys' initial thoughts when that happened?
Just a celebration for everybody. It was like anybody in the league was like, to see where this guy has come from, and for all of us to see, from the first 3-pointer to what was it, 2,974, it was like, I mean, we've all been there with him.
Steph is going to push this number way out by the end of his career.
I won't be surprised if it was 5,000. Steph has made more threes than KD and Kyrie combined while taking less attempts than James Harden. The only chance that this record will have someone breaking it is that person is not even born yet. This record will never be broken in our lifetime. I don't know about the other lifetime. But I know for the next 50 to 60 years, this record will never be broken.
If we're saying it's Steph Curry versus the field, the rest of the human race for the rest of time in the NBA, I'm going to take the field on that.
There's going to be a long list of other guys that are in the league right now, and Dana, like you were saying, may not even be born yet, who are going to end up on this list someday because of how the game is played now.
Who is your current MVP right now?
I'll go Steph Curry right now.
I will also go Steph Curry, with Nikola Jokic being a very, very close second to me.
The disrespect for Jokic is really getting out of control to me. The hate that people have for him, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because he can shoot perimeter shots and he's finesse. Um, but that man is single-handedly last year carried that team. He's doing it again. And he's averaging almost the same amount of points. He's still having the same kind of effect. He needs to be in MVP consideration. And I don't know if we forgot about Giannis, but Giannis is just averaging 27, 11, and 5. I mean, he's coolly just averaging 27, 11, and 5. No one's even talking about him. I think Steph has had the best seasons thus far. So I will say he's the MVP right now. But that could change. He's 27, 5, and 6. KD's 29, 7, and 5. I think they're 1A, 1B, but I will give the edge to Curry right now. Currently, who is your NBA Finals matchup?
This is going to change.
Yeah, subject to change, ladies and gentlemen. This is not end all be all.
It's already changed since the beginning of the year, so I'm sure it's going to change before the end of it too. But right now, I would probably say Warriors versus. I go back and forth between Milwaukee and Brooklyn, but I guess right now I would say that I trust Milwaukee a little bit more.
I would also go Warriors Bucks. If everybody's healthy, Giannis is just
There's just no way that the Bucks will be a healthy Klay and Steph. Giannis is great, man. Your second best player is Chris Middleton. I get it. Drew Holiday is your third. The Warriors is not Phoenix last year, and I mean Phoenix has improved as well, so no knock against them. But I don't see the Bucks beating a healthy Warriors team. I think the Warriors win it all healthy. I've been said that since the beginning of the season.
I will say that I think I'm rooting for Warriors versus Nets though, just because it would be so juicy.
The storylines in that series, oh my goodness.
No.
KD and Steph collide.
Yeah.
Who's the best player?
Not that Bucks Warriors couldn't be an all-timer, but just going into the series like you're talking about storylines and everything. Just
who wins that?
If it was Nets Warriors?
KD and Harden with Kyrie on the road.
See, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. We can talk about this another time too, but it's going to be really difficult in the playoffs if it's still Kyrie only playing on the road. I really don't see them winning a championship like that. They can work trying to patch things together to get through the regular season, but that team chemistry stuff and having the same team on a night-to-night basis really does start to matter in the playoffs and the finals. With Kyrie playing just road games, I guess I would say Warriors. If they find a way to have Kyrie back, and it's the 3 full-headed monster like we come into the season expecting, then I would probably say the Nets would get him.
Yeah, I'm right there with him. I think if they're all I think if we're just talking about Kyrie playing in away games, the Warriors will win that series.
Brooklyn has a lot to figure out. So does a lot of teams in the league right now. A lot of things are still up in the air. I'm going to pick the Warriors either way, no matter who they're playing against, no matter what happens. I just believe healthy, no one could beat them.